Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k17 Universe Mode, and as you can see on your screen, this is tonight's main event. Tye Dillenger gets his shot at Bobby Roode's NXT Championship one-on-one. It's a huge main event, and it takes place tonight. But first, Eric Young will go one-on-one with No Way Jose. Aleister Black, the man who made his debut at TakeOver, he'll be going one-on-one with Andrade Cien Almas. We'll see the Revival in action against DIY in tag team action. Bayley makes her NXT return, and it will be against Carmela one-on-one. Can Bayley start things off with a victory? And the match that we just spoke about, Tye Dillenger versus Bobby Roode for the NXT Championship. Tye Dillenger became the #1 contender after last week's win. Can he make the most of it in a one-on-one matchup? Eric Young versus No Way Jose. It is Eric Young with the victory. Aleister Black and Almas. It is going to be Andrade. He picks up the victory over Black, so a bit of a hiccup there for Aleister Black early on in his NXT career, and DIY pick up the win. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we kick things off with our women's matchup. It is the return of Bayley here to NXT. Well, you're probably wondering, where has Bayley actually been? Well, it's been a bit of an interesting situation for Bayley. She looked to join up onto the main roster for Raw and Smackdown. She went and approached the Smackdown GM Edge, the Raw GM Christian, tried to work out a deal, tried to sign with the main roster deal, but it just kind of fell through, and it took a long time to get anything sorted out, and obviously in between was the season break. And during that season break, Bayley actually suffered a leg injury whilst training to get back in the ring to prepare here for the NXT return. And it's taken a couple of months now to get herself back in shape and ready to go. And she's all healed up, and she's back here in the ring in NXT. And, well, Bayley says she's got some unfinished business to attend to here in NXT, and she wants to be the women's champion here in NXT before she moves up to that main roster. So I guess, things not working out up on the main roster may have worked out in her favor. Now she can return back to NXT, similar to what Carmela is doing here, to try and chase the dream of becoming the NXT Women's Champion. Not try and take too much on before perhaps they are ready for it. There's obviously a lot of new competition up on the main roster as it is right now. So for Carmela and Bayley, two women who have decided to stay back down here in NXT despite offers to go up to the main roster, well, this is their chance to, prove themselves in a bit of a smaller environment, a bit of a smaller division, and showcase what they can do in the ring. And we'll see who out of these two women, especially in this match right now, who's looking the most promising to make that dream come true. So Bayley's NXT return begins right now against Carmela one-on-one. And Bayley, we know, has been very, very impressive throughout her NXT run, including winning the NXT Women's Championship back last season. So whilst she's already been a champion in the past, of course losing it to Nia Jax, still feels as though she's got some unfinished business to do here in NXT, and that's strange. I mean, obviously, she would have wanted to go to the main roster, but like I said, so much competition up there at the moment, perhaps it's not the right time for her, and decide to step back, try and win back the championship, and, see what happens. It's an interesting decision, but, one that you have to support for Bayley. I mean, look, we know how impressive she is as Carmela rolls out of the ring, tries to avoid the offense there by Bayley early on. We know how impressive Bayley is, and we know what she can do. We know what she's capable of. So we definitely know that, an NXT Women's Championship is not too far away for her. But you have to wonder, is she making a mistake? Because she may be in the best, the best form of her career. She may be at her absolute peak right now, and not jumping in there on the main roster to try and make a bit of a splash. Well, she could be costing herself an opportunity right there to really capitalize on that form, and perhaps a women's championship. She may have lost an opportunity to capture that. Of course, she defeated Charlotte, our current women's champion. She defeated Charlotte for the NXT Women's Championship all those takeovers ago. So Bayley has proven that she can beat the best of the best. And staying here in NXT, yes, it has its perks. She can be here week in, week out, competing, getting showcased, getting featured, competing for championships, Whereas, you know, the main roster, she may have to wait her turn. She may not get that opportunity. As now Bayley launches Carmela into the corner. And that's what Bayley's all about. That's why Bayley is so impressive. As the heads collide there, is now inside cradle. Could be it here for Carmela. Referee's taking his sweet old time to get there in position, but he's there now on a kick out. Well, Carmela, she may be in some trouble because Bayley wants to put things away early here. And here comes Bayley. No, Carmela gets to her feet. Bayley too busy, well, kind of setting up and preparing for the Bayley to belly, but forgot to hit it. Now goes for it, but Carmela shrugs her off and pushes her down. Well, lucky there for Carmela. And, you know, speaking of Carmela, she's been pretty impressive. She's picked up the odd win here or there, and you cannot count her out. Obviously, with the big guns such as Nia Jax and Asuka here in NXT, it's been a little bit difficult here for Carmela to kind of break through it and become a #1 contender or become the women's champion. But she's certainly held up her own. You know, she's getting the victories. She's keeping herself in contention. There's no doubt about that. She's keeping her name out there and certainly not embarrassing herself out there. She's been very impressive. And I think it's not too far away where we see Carmela break through and maybe become a women's champion one day. Bayley, though, countering Carmela, who's looking to put her away. And I think for Bayley, this is the perfect opponent to kind of match up with in your return. You know, return from a leg injury, it can be easy for some, but very difficult for others. And Bayley's making it looking pretty easy now. Looks as though she hasn't missed a beat, hasn't missed a step in the ring. But, that would have been very frustrating for Bayley. You know, you train, you prepare for the return of NXT, you suffer a little bit of a minor setback, you miss out in the first couple months of competition since the return, and look what's already happened. We've seen the Women's Championship change hands a few times already. You know, Nia Jax won it, you know, had it originally, Charlotte won it, Nia Jax got it back, and now Asuka has it, of course, and Bayley hasn't been able to really have her say. She's been sitting on the sidelines, waiting for her opportunity. Carmela now. Oh, there's press. Now look at the right hands here from Carmela. Trying to fight her way back into this matchup. And try to get the crowd behind her at the same time. And a bit of love there for Carmela. A bit mixed of a reaction though. Let's be honest. But there's some support there for her. And now Bayley sent into the corner. And Carmela. What she got planned here? Shot to the gut. And Carmela going to line up Bayley. And trying to launch herself into the corner. But Bayley gets out of the way. Back to her feet and back on the offense. Carmela misses out on a prime opportunity to perhaps look to put Bayley away there and try and win this matchup. What a win it would be for Carmela. Obviously beat the returning Bayley. That puts you straight back in the title picture. No doubt about that. As we know, Nia Jax wants her championship rematch against Asuka. But if Nia Jax can't capture the championship back and become a 3-time women's champion here in NXT, well then, someone else will have to step up. And it could be Carmela. It could be Bayley. We know Peyton Royce has been on the rise since arriving here to NXT. Ember Moon recently coming in as well. Billie Kay has been impressive as well. As this time Carmela launches herself with some success. And now, might be looking to try and finish off Bayley here. Carmela drives her head first and now has the legs wrapped around Bayley. Trying to put her away right now. Carmela, can she make her tap out here? Bayley's fighting it. The code of silence can't quite get it. She can't quite get the win. And Bayley stays in this matchup. Now Bayley, Hurricane Rana, takes down Carmela. Now up to the second rope, looking to try and hit one more big shot to keep Carmela down. Bayley jumps off the second, corkscrew with that uppercut, striking Carmela. And now it's trouble here. The Princess of Staten Island's in some big trouble. A Hurricane Runner of her own, though, keeps herself back in this match, trying to put the pressure back here on Bayley. The cover now. Is this going to be enough to put Bayley away? No, a kick out. Well, two women on an even pedestal, looking to both accomplish the same thing here in NXT. There's another Hurricane Runner by Bayley, competing one-on-one here. Such a crucial match for both. Bayley needs a big win in her return. Carmela wants to get herself in the title hunt. It's close right now. Both women have looked good. Both women have had chances to win this matchup. Bayley's missed out on a couple of opportunities to hit the Bayley to belly. The coat of silence by Carmela, not enough to put Bayley away. It's now Bayley launched into the corner. Carmela going to get her up top. This is not where you want to be if you're Bayley. Carmela might be looking to go for a superplex. Oh boy. Here it comes. And no, she's got her up. What is she going for here? The power of Carmela. No, Bayley with a counter. And oh, the head of Carmela into the turnbuckle. But Carmela immediately back on the attack. Strikes down Bayley. And that could have been really bad if Carmela had to hit that superplex. Bayley would have been done. The match would have been over right there. But Bayley able to find something. But Carmela's not done yet. She's come so close to winning this match. She needs to stay on top of this one right now. Don't let Bayley get herself back into it. Such a crucial match here for both, as we've said. It's in the balance right now. The next big move will probably get it done. Oh, Carmela with a counter. I think Bayley wanted that DDT. Now Carmela tried to grab onto Bayley with the belly. And now she can't quite connect. And a snapmare by Bayley, looking to perhaps slow things down here. As you can see, she's a little bit exhausted here. Obviously coming back from injury. A bit of ring rust perhaps by Bayley. Now lining up Carmela. She's going for it. She's got it. The Bayley to belly. And she's done it. Bayley picks up a huge victory in her NXT return. The former women's champion here in NXT is back, and she's back at her absolute best. A victory over Carmela tonight. Will we see Bayley back in the title hunt in the near future? She wants the NXT Women's Championship one more time. She wants to prove that she's still at the top. She wants to be the future of the WWE Women's Division. Well, she's certainly on her way with a victory here tonight. She's back, and she's put the Women's Division on notice. Well, from one big matchup to the next, it is time for the NXT Championship match. Bobby Roode versus Tye Dillenger. The Perfect 10 versus the Glorious One, one-on-one for the NXT Championship. Well, here we go. Let's get this underway. Tye Dillenger, a man on the rise, a man who has impressed, a man that I believe could be the future of NXT, a man who could carry this brand. He has a huge future ahead, as we've said. He could be a star on Raw or Smackdown at any time. He's had interest from both brands, but he, just like Bayley, as we said, wants to be successful in NXT. He wants to win that championship and raise his market value. He wants to be a champion here in NXT to accomplish the one goal he set out to do. He wants to be the Perfect 10 right here in NXT. He's got a huge opportunity to accomplish that here tonight. But first, he has to get through Bobby Roode. The glorious Bobby Roode, a man who defeated 3 men in one match at NXT TakeOver number 5. He beat Ono, he beat Strong, he beat Dillinger to retain the championship in a fatal 4-way. Now Bobby Roode will be put to the test one more time, one-on-one against Dillinger. Well, he's proven that he is glorious, he's proven that he is unstoppable, he's proven that he is the man here in NXT. Of course, who can forget the classic he had with Kurt Angle one-on-one for the NXT Championship. So he's proven that he can win matches one-on-one as well. There's no doubt about it. Bobby Roode is just simply glorious, and he has taken over this NXT division. The top guys in NXT all chasing the one championship, but Bobby Roode just won't give it up. You know, I thought Bobby Roode was in major trouble at NXT TakeOver 5, but he proved to me that he is in a league of his own. He's been saying that he's better than everyone. That he's been saying that he's the high value, that he's the money, and he's the reason why NXT stays alive. He's the reason why people tune into NXT. He is the sole reason why NXT exists. It's all about Bobby Roode, and you can't really deny it. He's just better than everyone else at the moment. But Tye Dillenger, a victory over Ono last week. He was impressive in the Fatal 4-Way. He's a man who I believe could give Bobby Roode the fight of his life, and perhaps could be the one to beat Roode tonight for the championship. It will be Dillinger and Roode one-on-one. There's no excuses for Roode tonight. There's no interferences. There's no one else to worry about. It's just Dillinger. It's just Roode. And we'll get it on now. Here we go. Snap suplex to start by Dillinger. And that's exactly how he wants to start this one. He needs to be aggressive from the get-go. Needs to put Bobby Roode on the back foot and put the pressure on him. And try and let Bobby Roode start out with a bit of defense. Bit of pressure on him, but beautiful move there by Bobby Roode. Immediately Roode able to counter and get himself back in control straight away. But look, Tye Dillenger, you know, whilst we haven't seen him have the huge victories yet and the major success in the form of a championship, geez, he's been close. He's been right at the cusp. He's been so impressive. The last couple of months since NXT's return has been so great for Dillinger, and I truly believe that he's going to be the one to beat Bobby Roode. It may not be tonight, it could be down the line, but Dillinger, he is so impressive. And Bobby Roode, whilst he's been able to beat and outlast a few great superstars here in NXT, one-on-one against Tye Dillenger will probably be proved to be one of his toughest challenges to date. Of course, you know, it's a bit hard to compare with the likes of a Kurt Angle matchup that, you know, obviously Roode survived and won, but Tye Dillinger's right up there. Dillinger now off the second, went for a splash, Roode able to get out of the way. Well, you know, we've talked about it at TakeOver that Bobby Roode has had a lot of attention from Raw and SmackDown. Both brands are just throwing money at this guy to get him over. We know SmackDown's clearing their salary cap, perhaps to try and make a big acquisition. There's been some talks, there's been some rumors that they are looking to get Bobby Roode as that acquisition. So that could be huge. Bobby Roode, you know, he may have a big deal or a big money deal on the table that he may not be able to refuse. And that could mean that Bobby Roode may have his thoughts and, you know, elsewhere. You know, his contract expires in a few months. You know, he may be looking to perhaps take that leap up to the main roster. And as we said, that could be a major weakness for Bobby Roode and a chance, you know, for someone like a Tye Dillenger to take advantage of that distraction that Bobby Roode perhaps has. But, you know, we spoke to Bobby Roode earlier on today. He basically said, look, I don't care about the main roster right now. I care about NXT, and I care about being the NXT Champion. That's all he's caring about right now. That's all he's worried about. He's fully focused on Tye Dillenger here tonight. So, whilst it could be a distraction down the line, it's all business as usual, for Bobby Roode here tonight against Tye Dillenger. As the arm into the shoulder of Roode. Dillinger now into the corner. Bobby Roode can't take advantage as this time he gets a hold of Dillinger and takes him down. But Dillinger with a counter of his own, straight back at it as both men exchanging counterings, and now Dillinger with an atomic drop to follow it up. So far so good. If you're a Tye Dillenger fan, you've got to be pretty impressed with what you're seeing. There's a double atomic drop there by Tye, but Roode straight back at it. Well, look, you know, if it's not Tye Dillenger tonight, who's it going to be? Who's going to be the next guy to step up? As we've seen Cassius Ono, he's been impressive, yet to have a one-on-one opportunity himself. Roderick Strong actually got pinned in the Fatal 4-Way matchup. You know, we've seen Eric Young, he's on the rise, we know that. Andrade Cien Almas, he got a massive victory over Aleister Black here at NXT tonight. So his name is back in the equation as well. So, you know, it's not just Tye Dillenger. There's a number of guys that are all up there that could challenge Bobby Roode. And look, you know, we haven't quite seen Eric Young in the mix as of yet, as has, you know, Andrade Cien Almas. So there's a couple of new guys, new faces that could challenge Bobby Roode and push him to the limits. And we know Aleister Black, well, he's brand new on the scene, and he seems like he's the guy who could be a potential NXT champion at some point. So there's plenty of competition for Bobby Roode right now. It's just a matter of who's going to be the one. Who's going to be the guy to beat him? And if you ask me, Tye Dillenger has to be the favorite right now. Is Bobby Roode, though, looking to try and shut it all down as a beautiful suplex, a bit of hang time as well, and Roode's pretty happy with himself. Bit of show boating right now as he's got Tye Dillenger perhaps going for another suplex. Well, why not make it 2? You do it, fantastic. If some would even say the first one was glorious, now you go for it a second time and do it just as good. That's what Bobby Roode's all about. He doesn't mind telling the world just how good he is, but to be fair, he's backed it up in the ring. You know, you can say how great you are, but if you can't back it up, then it means nothing. But for Bobby Roode, he has backed it up. But right now, he's in massive trouble because the superplex off the top by Tye Dillenger has Roode in a lot of trouble now. Tye Dillenger maybe looking to go for that perfect 10 and nail Bobby Roode. He's going to go for the tiebreaker instead. We've got a new NXT Champion. Tye Dillinger's going to do it. Roode's in trouble, but the shoulder is up. Tye Dillenger thought for a moment that the tiebreaker was going to be it. It's early days in this match, but Tye Dillenger really testing the champion here. Bobby Roode was in some real trouble. I thought he was going to line him up for something else, but instead he went straight to the tiebreaker and nearly got the win. And now drives the neck into the shoulder. There's Tye Dillenger lining up Bobby Roode for perhaps another tiebreaker. What's he got planned here? Dillenger, there it is! Wow! Bouncing off the knee, Bobby Roode was sent flying there. Launched off the knee. Is this it for Roode? Oh, a near fall. That was even closer than the tiebreaker. Wow! That was so close. Bobby Roode nearly got beat there. We nearly had a new champ as he went for a frog splash. Perhaps going to the well one too many times. Should have tried something else. Bobby Roode was up to the challenge, up to the task of getting out of the way. Now a spine buster by Roode. This is where he's so dangerous. Just when you're about to beat Roode, he fires back and gets himself in a position where he shuts down all your offense and puts yourself right back on the defense and puts the pressure straight back on you. Tye Dillinger's come so close to beating Bobby Roode in this matchup right now. And now, I don't know about this from Tye. Look, you've got Roode on the rocks. You know, you had him really struggling. But Bobby Roode hit back with a spine buster and perhaps could go for that glorious DDT sometime soon and really put Tye Dillenger in a world of trouble. Dillenger, though, to his credit, is trying to stay in it, trying to fend off Roode, but it's just not working out for him. Bobby Roode with an inverted DDT, and now waiting for Dillenger to get to his feet, taking a breather himself. There's Dillenger, oh, tried for a kick, oh, he connected this time, right on the button with that super kick. Well, Roode is down. Dillenger launching himself over the top, and he misses. Bobby Roode has done the homework. He knows what Tye Dillinger is going to bring to the table. And he's able to counter and avoid. He's even able to find a way to kick out of Dillinger's best two maneuvers. There's now Roode. Oh no. Bobby Roode lining up Dillinger. It's not looking good for Tye Dillenger. Glorious DDT. Bobby Roode to defend and retain the NXT Championship. No! The shoulder's up. And you can see the disbelief on the face of Bobby Roode. He cannot believe what he just saw. Tye Dillinger kicked out. As now Roode is up top. This is unfamiliar territory for him. With a pin drop splash down on Dillinger. Well, I guess that was pretty perfect by Bobby Roode, to say the least. But it's time for the glorious one to try and finish off Dillinger. The DDT didn't work. What can Bobby Roode bring next? Whoa, what a right hand there by Bobby Roode. Sending down Tye Dillenger. Now tries his luck for the 3 count as he knocked him out cold. No. Dillinger still has plenty of fight left in him. But he's going to have to try and show that fight very soon, otherwise it could be too late. Bobby Roode is in a position to try and put this one to bed. Dillinger trying to survive. Puts the pressure back on Roode. It might be, definitely won't be enough to get the 3 or anything like that, but it's enough just to get himself an opportunity to reset. It's now, oh! Roode, his head just driven into the mat, and it's even cut him open a little bit there. As you can see the forehead. Well, he's got him so good. right off the canvas that Roode's being cut. And this is a chance now for Dillenger to expose and take advantage of this open wound. And really, really come back and perhaps even win this thing. Bobby Roode's in trouble. Dillenger with an elbow. As now Tye with another atomic drop. And again. Dillenger is in the corner. And now, are we going to see Dillenger do it? Tye Dillenger, can he finish this thing off? Can he get this win? He's going for it one more time. Tiebreaker! He's done it! Tye Dillenger, the new NXT Champion. Oh, again, Bobby Roode with a shoulder up, and I cannot believe it. How does he do it? A bloodied up Bobby Roode connected with the tiebreaker to Dillenger, but it's still not enough to beat Roode here tonight. Well, he said he's in a league of his own. He's proving it right now. Dillenger, one more big move perhaps. No, Roode with a counter and hits the clothesline. The cover now by Roode. And no, a kick out at 2 by Dillenger. Bobby Roode now. What can he do? What has he got here? Dillenger takes down Roode. Well, Dillenger, he nearly had this thing won. He's now, what does he do? Does he go for the tiebreaker again? Does he just try and survive? Does he just try something else? I don't know. Bobby Roode continues to kick out. It's the third time the charm. It's the third time the time where he hits that perfect 10 of a move and finishes up Bobby Roode. But right now, he's in trouble. Roode's doing everything he can to make it hard for Dillenger to put him away. And now Dillenger again connects with that neck breaker into the shoulder of Dillenger. Roode, you can see he's bloodied up, he's struggling, but he continues to kick out. And how much left has Dillenger got in the tank? Roode now with a knee. And that struck Dillenger really good. And Bobby Roode telling the world how glorious he is. This could be trouble. Dillenger trying to get to his feet. Roode now has a hold of him with the front face lock. Hits the elbow. And now Bobby Roode. Hang on. Glorious DDT. Bobby Roode spikes the head of Dillenger. And it's enough to retain the championship. He's done it again. Bobby Roode still the NXT Champion. Well, how does he do it? Dillenger gave it absolutely everything he had. Every move in the book. Not once but twice. He did everything he possibly could to beat Roode tonight. But it still was not enough to beat this man. Well, they call him glorious for a reason. He's proven to be exactly that, and if not more. What a win tonight by Bobby Roode. Still your NXT Champion. Who is going to take that title from him? I have no idea. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have time for in this episode of NXT and Universe Mode. If you enjoyed it, leave a like on it. Make sure you check out the Money in the Bank pay-per-view going live this Sunday, April 23rd at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. UK time, right here on BrendenPlayz on YouTube and Twitch. It'll be uploaded for your viewing at any time, any place after the stream is done. Of course, follow me on Twitter at BrendenPlayz and leave a link to the Facebook page, BrendenPlayz, to stay up to date with everything to do with BrendenPlayz to make sure you do not miss the Money in the Bank coverage there. Of course, check out the website, BrendenPlayz.com, if you want to know the full match card for Money in the Bank. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view.